Hello, all you wonderful beings out there, and welcome back to the stream. This is Lost in Chaos Scar, Season 2, Episode 3, Part 2, Explosion Aftermath. We're going to begin with a quick introduction from everybody for Part 2 here, starting with Enja, and then going left to right across the screen. Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Enja, and I play most all the NPCs. Over to you, Scruff.
I'm ArchineerRob. I chose that moment to have a swig of my bottle. I'm playing Scruff, the Grand Ice type Swiner. On to you, Raharu.
Hello everybody, I'm Raharu and I'm playing as the solo water type Sobble. Off to you, Chomper!
Well, be me next
Oh,
here.
no.
I am
sorry.
Razim, and I am
Him.
playing as Nim, the fairy psychic type Midnight Lycanroc. Now, Chomper.
Here I'm Rick Strider, playing Chomper Fire, Water type Fukokodao. On to you, Tao.
Hello, I'm Taldirus, and I'm playing Vane, the dark flying type Murkrow.
Alright. Very quick refresh. Nim talked to Sigmund about his backstory. And now we're going over to Chomper trying to find Scruff. Take it away.
Sigmund hated every moment of it.
It's okay. Nim will get through to him.
Have Chomper finds him first.
Scruff is taking the scenic route back through the woods, sort of bypassing the town. He's walking around the border to get to the library rather than going through the middle of it. He needs the time to clear his head a bit.
Chomper's looking for every little sign of Scruff, from the ice trail to his hair. He's seen him run around him enough that he can see the residue. He would notice the residue. That's my argument. He noticed the random ice skid marks from the circle streaks, and he would just follow that. Or
Scruff
look for the hairs.
residue. God.
Scruff residue.
Never heard it said in such an unappealing way. Yeah.
I'm more amused by the skid marks.
Anyway, Enja, what do you say? Would Chomper have a decent time being able to find Scruff? Or no?
You're
I
right,
don't
worse though. Yes,
think
Mal.
trying to hide this time, so I think that might make a difference.
Okay, man, shut up. You're gonna make me giggle. Yeah, no, Scruff isn't currently not trying to hide. He is alone in his headspace at the moment, which is an interesting place.
As Chomper's gonna find you if Enja lets me. Just not sure if I find you. Do I need to roll anything?
It probably takes a while, but you can find him.
And Chomper's gonna walk up and find Scruff. Breathe a big sigh of relief, then try to, basically perk himself up so they don't, come off as just completely, mopey. But they're just very relieved that they found Scruff, not just completely, wrecked by themselves from training or something. And they're gonna just go over there and they're gonna sit beside them and just kind of sit a little close and be like, "Hey, you doing all right?"
Scruff is actively shuffling along. He's not sitting still, so if you sit down next to him, he's just gonna keep on moving.
Well, Chomper's gonna get up and then walk over, then sit back down, then get up, then walk back over, then sit back down as you keep moving.
He's completely zoned out of it. He is moving on autopilot. This kind of, how he runs in circles. He's currently doing a big slow circle around the town to get back to the library.
Chomper's watching and noticing this, and then gets in front of you and goes, "Stop. Stop moving. Talk to me. Hey." And is avidly going to block you.
Scruff keeps moving until he literally just walks into you and stops moving.
Chomper sighs as they're pushing on you. I know what this is. You're going. You need to stop and wait for a little bit. Talk to me.
We like get out here. It's peaceful.
Yeah. It is pretty nice out here. You want to just walk out here while we talk for a little bit?
I'd like that.
Okay. As Chomper's going to start walking at their pace now. As they take a breath, as they are actually slowing themselves down to talk to them as well. Yeah, all this stuff is pretty scary, huh? A lot going on.
It's not so bad.
I'm glad to hear you say that. I've been keeping a lot from you. And I know it's easy to tell, but I'm not doing too good. But I'm getting better. So that being said, I can tell when someone else is not doing too good and they're hiding it. You don't seem too well. You don't have to do this alone.
I'm not. We're in a team. I'm helping the team.
You are. You're doing a great job too. I I wish I could keep up with people as good as you do. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta stop and try to enjoy things while it's there, because it feels like it goes away really quick. So I'm not sure what to tell you to help you feel better. I just know I've been here too, and helps me knowing there's somebody else there. So just want you to know I'm here for you.
We can see that you're right in front of me.
Yeah, but if you need to talk about anything, I'll listen. I may not know what to say, but I won't judge you or say something mean to you. I get this is hard. This is a lot, and we don't know if we're gonna be safe the next day. But the one thing that they're trying to do, that we don't have to let them, is taking away that we have each other. And I'm not gonna leave you. I want to make sure you're okay. Here, take this. And Chomper's gonna hand you their headphones and try to put them on your head if you let them.
Balance them on him.
Balance. Just yeah. There we go. Is your ear there or over here? Let me see.
I'm not sure.
I'm just gonna just kind of tries to set him as evenly on you as he can. And Chomper's gonna say, tell you, hey, I'm gonna play you something. I know when I get going and I really can't, control all the things I'm thinking about. This helps me kind of, focus. It might help you. Chomper's gonna wait for a response.
We'll listen.
Okay. And Chomper's gonna begin to play a song. This may sound familiar to some of y'all, or should be a lot of y'all, but literally it starts playing. A little bit of a jingle at the start, and as soon as the lyrics start kicking in, Chomper kind of starts like singing along with it to you, using kind of like sing, but really not the full-on attack as they begin to sing the song as they go. Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby. If you need me, call me, no matter where you are, no matter how far. Don't worry, baby, just call my name, I'll be in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby. And they just keep singing the song as they just kind of sit there and just enjoy the song with you for a moment.
Character, wasn't that in one of the Pokemon movies? This fucking I didn't recognize to start with, and then I was like, wait, I know this from somewhere. Where do I wait?
Rob, you're sounding rather muffled, by the way.
Me?
Yeah, like your mic's not in the right spot or something.
Considering I started this morning with no voice at all, I'd say that's an improvement.
Fair enough. Carry on.
Chomper just continues to sing the song with you, just trying their best to do something that they know that help relaxes them to help relax you. As they don't know what to say to do the trick, but they're just trying to use all the tools that they have currently to help calm you. For Chomper, they're noticing a lot that's going on with Scruff. At least to them, it feels like Scruff's doing the most they can, but also they're doing the most they can, and they're not really giving themselves a break. And they're worried about that fairy hit contact imbalancing them.
All right, so I guess we're moving over back to Vane and Kaza then.
Before we do, I'm just going to read out what I put in the chat because it still applies. Scruff cannot move without dislodging and scraping Chomper's beloved headphones along the ground. He is stuck there because he knows those are something that are important to Chomper,
When the
and
song's
he doesn't
over,
want
they're
to
gonna.
die. He's trapped there whether he likes it or not.
That
Oh,
wasn't
no.
the intention.
The curse of friendship. The curse of
You see
about
the
the other
friendship
person's
nerd.
possessions.
You are stuck.
It's like when a small child balances their favorite toy on your arm, and you're just like, I was gonna go do something, but now if I move, it's gonna fall over, and they're gonna make a fuss.
Well, they eventually grabbed the headphones from Scruff. So.
Scruff appreciates the attempt, and he'll make a bit of an effort to straighten up and as he's listening.
Yeah. Hope you liked it.
And on
Yeah.
to the next scene.
On to the next scene.
Ooh. Transition here.
Alright, so I guess it's going back to Vane and Kaza, who are once again left alone. So we'll have to wait for Digi to be able to unmute.
Yes, but like
Oh,
wherever Paz is right now, all things considered.
Oh yeah, good question.
So where is Paz?
What is Paz doing?
Paz has just been sitting on a table at the library.
He's still in the library. This, like, man, that's a lot of stuff. Doesn't involve me.
He just left in the middle of the conversation with Sigmund inside the room where
Yep.
we were told a bunch of stuff and nobody ever.
Perhaps after this, he'll be talking with Samantha. Bean is still addressing the paparazzi. However, many of them have either come into the library to look around themselves or have just gone back to what they were doing before because, well, I guess there's nothing to be found here. Nothing to find, ladies and gentlemen.
Nothing to see here. Please disperse. Except in the GIF, there's actually just reverse explosions in the background as time is reversed.
Record rewinding sounds.
All right. Well, Vane is just kind of gonna look over at Kaza, and is Kaza like still visibly cold?
Yes, and his skin is just a bit paler. Whatever Sigmund did was probably kind of intense.
Well, is it at least better than the enforced happy feeling?
Yeah, I suppose at least I still feel like I'm me.
Okay, what can I... Oh, you know what? This might work. Vane is gonna go ahead and go into his backpack and pull out, like, his banners. Like, just all of them.
Oh.
Well, it's not exactly the best for it, but you could wrap yourself up in them and it'll hopefully warm you up.
Yeah, I think I will.
Sorry, I don't exactly have a blanket on me.
No, but there's something else. As Kaza is going to sit down and, like, put Vane on his lap as he starts wrapping the pair of them.
Okay, this is a bit... Okay.
You're toasty, all things considered.
Yeah, okay. Just wasn't... People are very touchy-feely today.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm just not used to it.
Fair enough.
So are you at least doing a bit better?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Today has definitely been a day.
Yep.
And somehow, not even one of the most eventful ones.
Wanna go over my journal just to fact check?
Yeah, that's probably for the best.
Okay.
They're just gonna like awkwardly shuffle so that way he doesn't like accidentally like knock the banners away, but trying to give Kaz room at the same time to go into his bag.
Yeah. Thankfully, these banners are somewhat sizable, as they're meant to be seen from very high up. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
with the two of them sort of cocooned in banners, they'll just start reading.
So what did Culty even properly do to this? I mean, it kind of got mentioned, but
Oh, well, it kind of catches what I miss, just so that we can have, like, I guess a clearer timeline.
that's okay. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised, actually. And then he's like, I think it was kind of wild to just, I don't know, see him, but, like, I think he views me favorably? It seems like he's counting on me for something.
Well, I mean, he's been acting better ever since, the rant. Actually, doing things. I still feel like there's something else to it, because I really didn't... I feel like the rant wouldn't have been something that got through to him, but that was when he started acting differently, so I don't know if I'm just reading him wrong.
He's weird. So,
Yeah.
who can say?
Yeah. It's just weird, because normally I'm able to get a pretty good read on everyone. It's just... I feel like it's not the right thing, but the timeline's matching up on it, so...
It is. It really is, isn't it?
Alright, so what do we got in here?
Alright, well, it does go all the way back to the first day, actually, so... where should we start?
I mean... on the one hand, I feel like it's going to be kind of upsetting looking through everything, but on the other, I kind of need to know if there's any other
more
thing that
stuff.
was kept hidden. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I just realized I was told to check my banners when I had a chance, so I guess we should also do that at some point.
Okay.
But I guess we'll just start from the beginning and go there.
Yeah, let's just make sure it's all here, I guess.
Alright, I guess we'll just be there doing that for a while.
Yep.
So I guess it's over to Paz.
Paz, Samantha's coming over to check on you.
Paz is just sitting down. It's just sitting down on a chair near a table, and he just has his head on the table.
Hey, how you doing? I mean, probably not great, but you know.
I don't know.
That's fair.
I mean, what can I even say to all the information that has just been given to us?
Beats me, kid.
Has just nods and doesn't say doesn't say anything else.
That's it sure is a lot.
A lot, yes. Too much, maybe.
Also that. In fact, full agreement with that stuff. Yeah, stuff. Oof.
I don't even know where to begin to process all this information.
Well, not sure if I'm the most qualified person, but I am an adult that lives in this world, so I could try.
Well, you're one of the few not incompetent adults that we have found in this world, so I will give you that.
I really wish that was a higher bar, seeing as how I lived here and I've kind of and was formerly pretty proud of my world. All things considered, I mean, like I didn't actively think about it, but I thought like it's a pretty cool place. I live here. It's got to be great. And now I'm, man.
Ever since we arrived,
So just unsure.
you have probably already been told of this, but ever since we have gone to this world, we have just been met with incompetent leadership after incompetent leadership, one after the other, for the last 6 days.
Boy, I really, really wish that wasn't the case.
So do I. It is part of the reason why Bane is the way he is at the moment.
Yeah. No kidding. Fuck me.
And I wasn't able to do anything to stop that from happening.
You and me both, I guess.
When I saw that there was when I noticed that something was wrong, I wanted to try and do something. But I guess I wasn't. I didn't do it correctly. I didn't do it fast enough. I Paz starting to look. Paz is starting to look nervous.
You doing all right?
Mhm.
No, hold on. Wrong question. No. I believe in you.
You believe in me?
Yes, I do.
What do you believe in me?
Because you care. Even despite all of this, just all of it, you're still trying things. So
Paz is going to pause. Paz is going to pause for a moment when you say that he cares. Yeah? And I'm not sure if
right?
I'm not sure if that's exactly correct.
You wouldn't be this miserable if it didn't matter a little bit.
Perhaps I honestly, the main thing in my mind is my own survival. And
Yeah,
perhaps,
everyone feels that way, though.
yes. But I'm not entirely sure how to explain this. Has is trying to see is trying to like look for words but can't really quite make them at the moment.
Alright. It's natural to care about yourself the most. Let's say that then.
Hmm?
That's just called basic survival instincts. That's not an incorrect way to be. So you're not weird for doing that. That's literally the case for everyone.
Ah. Well, all right. Ah. That. Well, that being the case, what the hell? How how am I going to survive if if my entire team is apparently on a path to try and fight gods?
Well, don't. you, it doesn't have to be your problem. If you want, you could run away.
Paz is thinking about that for a moment. I could run away.
Yeah,
Just
maybe Squirrel didn't have the wrong idea. Fuck it.
I suppose, but
I smell more god fuckery.
don't. Not.
Just, I mean, there's lots of things. So why don't we just write down your options, all of them? But like, there's always a choice, and the reason you're conflicted is because like, you don't wanna. If you were gonna run away, you would have, and that is a pretty sure survival method. But you haven't.
I mean,
Because you care. You care about what's gonna happen if you do. So, you're a good person.
I mean, I've been, I've been told by two separate people that I'm apparently supposed to be a villain.
Well, they don't know you.
I don't even know myself. I haven't gotten. I haven't
You're
gotten.
working on it. Give yourself some time, kiddo.
Okay. Kaz is going to nod and just look down. This is just too much for me right now.
No kidding. It's too much for me, and I'm not even involved. Until he blew up my fucking house, and now I guess I am.
Sorry about that.
I don't know why you're apologizing, but alright.
This hamlet shall not fall.
Share and Place Games raided my stream with 20 viewers.
Charm! Hello! Thank you very much for that raid. I hope you had a great stream. Thank you so much for bringing your community over. Everybody, make sure you go check out Charum, who also runs his own Pokemon game every other Wednesday. You definitely should go check it out. But thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in. I am Razim. We do all sorts of games here, all sorts of things. It was a nice stream despite a troublesome bit of sickness. Oof. I know that pain. But I'm glad you had a good time. Thank you again so much for sharing your community with me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, everybody, make sure you hit that heart above the chat. Go check out Charum.
Okay.
I will be in the chat from here, but yeah, thank you so much. You guys have come into one of our Pokemon tabletop games.
E. What was the last thing that Samantha said?
That because you haven't done it, with it being such a clear and obvious option, means that you care, even if you don't know that you do.
And right. The last thing she said was that why was Paz apologizing?
Yeah, like you don't have anything to do with this. I don't see why you're apologizing to me, unless are you a god? In which case, you're gonna have to kick your ass if you are.
I don't think I am, but who knows? I am Magnesia after all. But what I meant is, apparently, from what Nim said, the whole thing where because I got teleported to was what caused the library to get destroyed, I think. So I guess I was part of that. So I'm apologizing.
I'm not gonna hold that against you. I mean, like, yes, maybe a little bit I'm mad, but like, I guess it's back, so like, I'm gonna just try to forget about it.
Forget about it. Honestly, I kind of wish that I could just forget about all this, all that happened today.
You have to understand how funny it is that you're saying that right now.
Huh?
You on your quest to get your memories back. Boy, I wish I could forget about it. Like, come on.
I guess it is kind of funny.
Sorry, I know it's awful of me to say, but like, literally, I have never had a filter in my damn life.
No, it's fine. I guess that makes you kind of easy to talk to.
God. I'm so... Like, I'm not normally like this. It's so difficult. Did you know that normally I'm supposed to be like very easy to talk to and like just friendly, and I just say whatever the shit's on my mind? I'm even kind of flirty. I want to hook up with some people. Not a lot of bachelors come to a library. So my pickings are pretty slim. And then you, God, I've not even thought about just like leaving and going and like just like, I don't know, going to one of the inns and seeing if anyone wants to spend an afternoon with me, because I've just been so fucking worried about you, and it's pissing me off. And it's pissing.
Baz is going to look down. Sorry?
Again, not really your fault. It's just that I'm so frustrated with just all this shit that's going on.
I guess I can understand that. Pretty much the same for me.
Oh, you want to hook up too?
No, being frustrated.
Oh, okay. Less fun, but alright.
I am still at a loss, but my guess still. Funny thing is, though, there is a way for me to be able to forget about all if I really wanted to, but I don't think I really want to. Dad.
Well, I don't know if you really want that. And again, that's just me being super presumptuous, but like, yeah.
Yeah, Paz is gonna say that I don't want that as much as I probably do want for my frustration to go away. Right, I don't want to feel like I felt 2 days ago. It's probably will just be even more frustrated towards this. I suppose I may just have to talk with the others about all this. Just trying to piece things together by myself is not working.
I mean, like, I don't have a lot to offer. I'm just here, but like, if you want to talk or, stuff, I could try.
Paz is going to give a small smile and just said, "Thank you."
God, this is so much. You better be handsome when you evolve.
Paz is gonna tilt his head. My baby. I mean, I think I'm pretty cute right now.
7 out of 10. I mean, I could go for it, I guess.
Paz is going to shrug. Paz is going to like open his book about Pokemon again and begin reading. I think I'm feeling a little bit better now. Maybe I can just read now.
Cool.
Thank you.
Good luck with that then, I guess.
Yeah, and Paz is just going to continue reading his book about Pokemon.
All right. Now, back over to Vane and Kaza. Something's happening.
All right. What be going on?
All right. You're not terribly far from Sigmund's house, yes? Or like you're basically sitting by the front door.
Yeah, we're probably basically like right inside Sigmund's house.
All right. Then let's see. An Archon will swing on by and give you a basket of bread.
Who are you?
Howdy, bread delivery.
From whom?
Cirrus.
Ah, okay. I guess just put it right there.
Alrighty, here you go.
Do I have to pay you anything, or?
It was paid forward.
Okay. I'll just... Okay. I guess we have bread now.
Oh, Kaiser rolls. Neat.
Fortuitously, while Vane is legitimately normal.
away.
How fortuitous. Yeah, Vade, I guess, is gonna reach out and like inspect one of the rolls.
Well, there are quite the number of rolls, but under them seem to be some like folded pieces of paper also. Not terribly important at the moment, though.
Yeah. Although he will, like, obviously be looking through those in a minute. But hey, you know.
Yep, freshly baked, still warm. Kaza and Vane may just sit there and just, like, enjoy eating bread for a while.
Vane is absolutely going to do that, considering that, fun fact, this entire time, Vane actually really fucking liked bread and never had a chance to get good bread. And then he lost his emotions pretty much for a while, and so it didn't matter to him at all.
He is a bird.
Yes. Well, no, but like, legitimately, I gave, like, in his past life, I think this is a good time to mention, in his past life, because he worked night shifts, one of the only things that would be open would be bakeries. So when he got off work, he would just go to a bakery and get bread.
I see.
So this is
could be taken so many ways.
Yeah, okay, shut up.
Taking notes.
And so this is legitimately one of Vane's favorite things.
Nice.
And so Vane is, with full emotion right now, normal compared to everyone, just going to go and enjoy this bread.
It's some good bread.
He will make sure to share with Kaza, obviously, though.
I mean, no, they're both very much just eating it and just having a time. It's good.
This is a good time. Although I guess while this is going on, I think Vane, because they're probably like taking a bread break, is going to like actually start inspecting his banners.
I'd have to remember what was going on with those banners.
Ah, okay.
However, I do believe that they were going to... I think they were going to get some effect on them. I'll remember at some point and write it down.
Alright. Just get it to me like whenever you actually remember it.
Will do.
It's probably not going to be very relevant for a while, so... Especially because Kaza's like, hey, how about we just go back to Hamoa and vibe there for a while?
Yeah, just like... away from just the entire situation.
Just this in general, yeah.
What if this wasn't our problem and we just left?
Alright, so we're gonna have Paz's adventures on Tuesdays, Vane's adventures on Mondays, the main game that consists of only Scruff, Chomper, and Nim on Wednesdays.
Well, to be fair, the entire team is getting... The entire team is also getting, you know... brought back.
Yeah, no. I have a feeling that Kaza, as team leader, is just going to propose, what if we just take a fucking break? Pardon my language, but can we have one?
No.
As team leader, I say you're wrong.
As team leader, incorrect. We're having a break.
An explosion.
I mean, I'm not saying that we can't have a break. I'm just saying that I don't think we'll be allowed to.
Fair and valid.
I don't recall asking the world. I don't recall.
But yeah, so I guess Vane is going to enjoy the bread with Kaza and then eventually probably open up the note. Or notes, depending.
There are several.
All right. I know Woe's already sent me like a lot of them, so I don't know if you want to like actually read them out or just have it be like Vane has obtained Cirrus's note.
For the sake of the stream, I would prefer them on stream.
Okay.
All right.
There are notes meant for everyone, so.
Yep. Probably to be delivered to them, but
Yeah.
all right, here we go. Reading stream.
Well, we can do the one for, when they get delivered to each person, we can do it for them then.
Okay.
Just to split it up a bit.
All right.
But I'm going to assume that there's one for Kaza and Vane. And they're
Yes.
right there, so.
Yes. Here we go.
I'm guessing Woe is sending you the updated stuff right now.
Oh, he sent it to me a bit ago.
Oh, okay. Because he's sending it to me right now.
Like 4.5 hours ago. So if there's a new version,
Yeah, well, hold on. Well, because you're sending this to me like literally 2 minutes ago. So, and you sent me the earlier ones before. Is this all?
like these are updated versions, but
Okay, this is current. Okay, so what Digi has right now is current.
okay.
I'm guessing that's what you mean,
I
right?
guess just
right?
in
Well,
case you were going to read it because you do have
okay.
the letter.
Yeah, okay.
I can read it though. All right. Vane, I just finished meeting with Kat. This is just a contingency. Nim using magic with reckless abandon. I tried to lay low after noticing the divinity. I worry what might happen if I drew attention. I'm gonna keep my distance after this. That said, throwing more notes like before. Noah said that they heard a voice in their dreams, leaving after steaming in their presence, right? Rubicon did the same as Sigmund revived him. Check with Sigmund if this is an indication. Also ask Sigmund what they did to Rubicon and Bian. Kaza has been contacted by Kalti. They provided the journal that results in Kaza and Scruff trying to stop Squirrel. I don't know of their allegiance or their attentiveness, but I'm sure you'll find your way through this mess. If you determine you can trust them, check if you're the only group or if there's others. I don't believe the gods are truly so thorough as to set up such specific arrangements, so there may be other groups like you. Check with Kaza. They got a black ribbon from Reeves, some sort of limiter. Maybe you can do something about it. And in the note is a curious black ribbon. The one that Kaza had just thrown away when he decided he'd had enough. When he was talking to Paz, I do believe. Squirrel's alive. They're in Ikana. They stole books on ADHD and claim they're planning on improving. They initially said that they'd make you all go away if encountered. However, they sounded torn about their options. They seemed genuinely worried about having hurt Kaza. Unknown if possessed or showing their true colors during that night. Squirrel keeps insisting they just wanted to leave, yet they did smile at Rubicon's apparent death. Same smile as when they burned their medicine. If it's truly their memories, it might be a doctor's death that they smiled at. They called Kaza a pawn of Vane when Kaza blocked the door. Noah offered them a deal. yet Squirrel insisted they prove their own strength against him. Asked Noah not to kill unless told to. Escalated after Kaza somehow went spiral. Did they match your spiral or your priorities? Noah began striking with lethality, likely on Squirrel's orders, yet they seemed less than aware awakening in Ikana. Squirrel then has encountered and roped in other folks by Victoria's royal request as a temporary party. Aquarela, Elva Rhoda, Pyroclast, and Verdant. A Zephyr was in contact but respectfully declined. Nearly got some sort of dark blue and white toothy aquatic fish Pokemon killed by poor wording. Noah is supposed to only listen to Holly and Victoria. Holly appears to be a mercantile type. Large manor attaches is a rough drawing of the manor, as well as a rough sketch of Holly. Victoria appears to be some sort of ruler. They seemed incredulous at Squirrel's story, particularly having gold ribbons and blood. Noah is designated as a kingdom asset, Squirrel as well. The title is for those under monitoring to determine what they are and their worth. A rough map is drawn between the manor and the castle attached with the approximate north. This is an orientation between Holly's estate and Victoria's castle. Squirrel has settled the debt with Greaves via Noah. Noah is able to cough up thousands of Poke on a whim. Greaves has called Noah a graveyard and a collection of corpses. Asked, I don't know why the gods have allowed it. Squirrel plans to create more weapons and indulge in their smithing. Be careful, luck may not be on your side, but you have plenty of skill. I think you were an investigator or enforcer. You know how to contain a scene for evidence, even as you were going full spiral. If the gods want a show, grant them a finale. And if I'm not around, give them hell for us.
Your step
You and Kaza
is greatly appreciated.
What?
Lightning Dragon 1006
Notification.
just resubscribed for 46 months. Almost 4 whole years. That's
Lightning.
like almost 5 years. Razimlam.
Lightning Dragon, thank you very much for that resub and your 46 months of support. Thank you. Carry on.
You and Kazo should review the letters for the others if able. I'm writing quickly and might be harsher than needed. Cirrus. End of the first section. There is also an addendum to Vane's letter. They called one of the guards of Squirrel's Pyroclast in Ikana, yet they might have been in Loot Light before Squirrel escaped. Not sure if it's a coincidence, but they both had the same sword. A rough sketch of Pyroclast at the Haunt Edge. They have blue eyes, possibly some special sight too. Glowed when in use. They came out to investigate my commotion in the forest. I don't think they spotted me last time though. Also, I tried checking with Cat. I couldn't get a past view of Kaza. I got it by Paz and Scruff, but I can't see Kaza. I can't get anything before your arrivals, and I can't get anything outside of the Amnesiacs. Also, Tree told me the gods were strong, but lazy. The gods are likely responsible for summoning outside beings to deal with calamities, like with the exception of 45 years ago. Outside of this, it's generally not without purpose. If the world is ending, they'll likely directly intervene. If it were to get back to CL, it'd likely be both children, letting him know what he was doing without control. Check with Sigmund if Kaza has perhaps performed any sacrilege, sins, or offense against the gods. I have also checked him for anomalous capabilities the gods might be jealous of. Evaluate such capability for anything the gods might desire as well. I doubt it's jealousy, but it's not completely ruled out. Sigmund's story and case is just one example. I doubt its suppression. After all, the Black Ribbon supposedly helped Kaza train, but I'm not sure given everything. Sigmund might have some ideas for God's personal gains and motives if you haven't already narrowed them down by now. That said, be careful. This feels very orchestrated. I hope I've helped more than I've hindered. I don't know what prompted Nim's arrival. Tree said it's been 30 years since their destruction. Time passes day for day between his world and our own. Unfortunately, they can walk between worlds easier than I can, so I'm not able to pull them out and keep them out. I left to find Cat to check if this Nim was real, but they can only grant past of you all and your potential futures. You'll have to check with Kaza about what happened in the resort. I couldn't get anything beyond this world. Paz/Wade's head crest is different in their default state. One keeps it up, the other lets it droop. I can't safely return after what Nim just pulled, and I don't plan on taking abduction or injury by mistaken identity again. End of postscript. For Vane.
I'm just imagining that Vane and Kaza are like reading this together, looking over
Yeah.
at the book mentioned, like, okay then.
Oh, maybe we were supposed to get this earlier. Oops.
Yeah. Well, Black Rip, what is this? He's gonna like hold up like the black ribbon.
Oh, I got that a while ago from Greaves. I was kind of trying to find ways to be stronger, and he said this would work, but I didn't have great results with it.
Okay, I do want to ask, how did Zeros get information of things that are happening in Akana?
Because it's in the past, Cat can show it.
So long as it's related around Squirrel.
Yeah, as long as it's one of the party members and it's an event that has happened and finished happening.
I see.
Yep.
Let's see. Then we have a letter for Chomper, letter for Paz/Wade, letter for Scruff, letter for Kaza. I'll probably read this one since he's right here. Kaza, if what I've learned, I learned what it is that Vane's discovered. A lot has not gone your way, and it may be the god. You've got something that they want to suppress, control, or desire. Stay with Vane, they will do everything they can to guard you. If I get the chance, I hope to see what you've become and do, but I'm happy to see the good you've done so far. Don't stress too much if you've already done enough. A team lifts together. You've been helping Vane shoulder this burden. You're already doing what you should be. Just keep learning and carry your lessons forward. I saw you acting with purpose and confidence. You have potential. Believe in yourself and pursue it. You have the persistence, and now you have the truth, at least. I'm trusting Vane to have told you by the time you get this. Sorry to ask a favor, but if Scruff doesn't come to you, would you check on Scruff? They did some search and rescue previously. They might be keeping their troubles to themselves, and if they don't take my advice, they might need to be talked to directly. If they're like me, they won't share their problem. They won't share without being prompted to share. Cirrus. And a letter for Nim.
Everyone has letters. Woo!
Yay.
And a letter to the other amnesiacs. I guess if we encounter more. So that one's for later. And the letter for Squirrel. That might be relevant. If they can call Noah.
Yep. I mean, hey, at least Vane kind of knows how to if he wants.
Yes.
Oh, what was saying hold?
Oh, okay. I'm holding.
That's being arranged. Okay.
Ah.
Timeline stuff. Okay.
All right.
All right. Given that, they're all obviously going to get their letters, but because they were told to, I feel like Vade and Kaz are probably going to peruse the others' letters just to basically be like, hey,
Yeah.
is he being too harsh here?
Yeah, with Kaza being basically
Kaza's kind of in charge of that, yeah.
Yeah, he is the one with the empathy.
Yes.
To filter out perhaps unnecessary rudeness. Not that Vane might think it is unnecessary.
In fact, he might think it's very necessary. But, hey, look, if Kaza says to change something, he's basically just gonna agree.
Alright.
Whee! So I guess they're gonna be doing that for a while.
Seems like it.
I'm still just imagining that, Vane is, kind of awkwardly, letting Kaza be as affectionate as they want, but still just being like, I don't know what to do about this.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Still kind of adorable.
Vane just sitting here I don't know what to do about this. But hey, it appears that this is helping Kaza, so whatever.
Yep, I guess this is happening and fine? Question mark?
Ish?
It's not I'm not
It's not
repelled,
bad.
I guess.
It's not bad. So at least there's that.
Well, I guess back to Nim getting the lowdown then. Unless somebody else
Yep.
wants to do a scene.
Alright, does anyone else want to...
Pass is still just not moving from where he's at. It doesn't really have the want to do that.
Fair enough.
We're still comforting Scruff, walking along with them, either around the town or back to the library.
Yep, that, and I'm gonna be right back into refill our water.
Alright. Sigmund still seems annoyed, but he is giving Nim the rundown. Just starting with, alright. So I'll assume you've got nothing at all, right? No knowledge about anything.
At least nothing pertaining to this world, correct.
Right. Alright, this is a world where a lot of other species have never existed, not even for a short period of time. There have not been humans, elves, dwarves, or any race that is not Pokemon. I don't even think there are any non-Pokemon in this entire plane.
To be fair, there's a very large diversity of them, but from what I have seen so far.
Yeah, probably.
But carry on.
Alright. We have mystery dungeons. Inside are hostile Pokemon that are generated, called conjured Pokemon. They are non-sentient and they're just here to be your enemy. Usually they drop something when you beat them up and they disappear. We get a lot of items and Poke from mystery dungeons. Poke is basically a currency and an energy source. That's why it's the universal currency. It's just Poke. Though some people are open to trade if you have items. Items in dungeons are valuable because they never expire, and are generally stronger if they are not food.
Noted.
Eggs laid by Pokemon that are fertilized are indestructible, by the way. You cannot break them, and you cannot harm them, but they can be stolen, and that does happen sometimes.
So, all creatures in this universe lay eggs.
Yes.
Interesting. Carry on, then.
Let's see, what next? Oh yeah. It's if you don't mean to kill someone, it's pretty hard to die in this world compared to other worlds. The intent matters a lot.
All right. So no accidental killings.
Pretty much.
Good to know. That'll be useful for training later, then.
Yep. But you'll be surprised what you can live through. Someone can lose a lot of blood and otherwise be in a coma, but they won't be dead. You could even technically survive without any limbs at all. Keep that in mind, I guess.
Noted as well.
Like I said, Poke is dungeon currency. It's collapsible, pretty small, has a maximum limit of 1,000, and you can turn it into energy if you know how to.
And how do these legendaries fit into everything?
They've been around for as long as we know, and they generally control aspects of the world. They each have a particular, fairly defined domain. One is in charge of time, one is in charge of space, but there are instances where it seems like two domains overlap pretty well, and some are less certain, such as what the fuck does Lunala do exactly? She is the god of the night. What does that mean anyway?
I mean, I can come up with a few possibilities on that front, but fair enough.
Alright. Then Dark
As
Right
Rex
yourself.
is barking over there.
Yep.
I am surprised that came through.
Anyway, by the way, it's also theorized that the reasons why things like weapons bypass the safety ruling is because they're not natural. They are not a part of us or come from us. They are most often instruments with the intent to cause harm. Ergo, they will always do what they were intended to do.
So
I guess you could be careful with it, I guess. But you'd have to be really careful. In which case, why are you using a weapon?
I mean, I know that in other worlds, they typically use them to enhance their natural abilities or supplement areas that they lack in. For example, the aforementioned humans. They don't exactly have claws like animals and what I have seen of a lot of these Pokemon, so a sword, it makes up for that difference.
Right. Well, anyway. Let's see. In times of crisis, humans are usually brought over rather than the gods stepping in to do something about it. But then 45 years ago, seems like there was a big calamity going to happen. Oh, yes. Now, this isn't anything, just a theory of mine, but I think the gods can only bring over humans when there is reason for them to be brought over, when something is going on. Otherwise, I think they'd have been doing it a bit more regularly. But that's just me.
So these groups, even though, like this present party, was brought over to fail, there is something going on that allowed the legendaries to bring them over.
Well, yeah, the invaders.
The invaders?
Yep. Apparently, there's Pokemon-like things from another world that are invading. They're trying to invade, and it seems that the dungeons are kind of interfering with their ability to enter our world. A couple of days ago, it seems that about 4 months ago, Kalti went missing and had a Zoroark pretending to be him for a while he was sitting in a dungeon and effectively just mowing down these invaders for a while. Then some people came across it, an emergency notice was brought out, and seems that we destroyed their primary invasion method and have reduced, and the guild master has reduced their population just tremendously. But they seem to be conjured Pokemon. I haven't really gotten much chance to study their remains, but they seem to turn into red crystal when you kill them. And it seems that they have full intent to kill all who are in their way, and the dungeons hate them. They will go out of their way to destroy them and any items that they leave behind. Because apparently, if an invader reaches the core of a dungeon, they will turn it into a chaos dungeon, and after it is cleared, it will be destroyed, permanently getting rid of that mystery dungeon. We don't really want that to happen. We like our mystery dungeons. Lots of items.
They do seem to be, from what you described, they do seem to be a good source of resources.
Yep. And theoretically, according to Kalti, if they somehow manage to get rid of every mystery dungeon, they will invade directly. But it seems that their primary portal was destroyed, so they can't really come in mass.
At least for the time being.
Correct.
So the question then is, why do these gods bring in people specifically meant to fail, instead of letting them deal with these invaders?
It does seem a little weird, doesn't it? It's almost like they know the guild is capable of handling it, and maybe they want to throw a wrench in the works. Personally, my idea, they want to get rid of Kalti.
Why would they want to get rid of the guildmaster?
Because I believe he's subverting their scenarios.
I suppose him informing me of what the group was meant to be here for probably does not help their plans.
Not at all, especially since not too long ago he came out and exposed himself as a temporal being. So I guess he's got future sight.
So future sight may explain why they haven't been able to just outright kill him themselves.
Oh, no. You see, the gods... I have nothing kind to say about them, but they're so stupid and pedantic. They could come down, but because of their own stupid, shitty rules, they don't. There's nothing... No one enforces their rules but themselves. They could come down, but they have decided that unless there is true need, they will never descend upon the lower plane.
Okay. It does sound like your typical gods. Plenty of rules that they follow.
For no reason.
And yet they still went ahead and blew up the library.
Well, I guess they could do that remotely.
Interesting to note. Anyways, carry on.
Yeah, Mystery Dungeons, they changed not too long after that 45-year ago event when there was a lot of humans. Really bumped up the tech level, but now it's kind of a mess since Pokemon are still trying to adjust and like slowly get used to the possibilities. That's why there's kind of a technology disparity between like the big cities and like Kamoa or Loot Light, where they're still like, well,
roughly
you'd have to
medieval.
see it. Yeah, that's about right. You can't just drown someone in tech and expect them to just get used to it. They're adapting. Oh, by the way, there's a flesh cap and meat roots, sort of like meat plants. It only grows inside dungeons, but there are ways to farm it.
Okay.
Let's see, what else? We have equipment that boosts your overall attributes in specific ways, and tailors that can take apart that equipment and turn it into other clothes, and maybe sometimes even combine it. The guild hands out wonder bags to members of teams called the Wonder Bag, sort of like a bag that put a limited amount of stuff in and not really worry about the weight.
Ah, so similar to the bag of holding.
Oh, you come from there, or one of those places. All right, sure. That's a pretty good parallel.
Oh, I have one right here. Yes.
Might be best not to show that off much. Gods don't like things.
They can pry this, especially the bag of colding, out of my dead cause. But well, I won't. I will respect your suggestion.
Alright. Let's see, what else? There's different kinds of teams. There's explorers, rescuers, and prospectors. They each have different objectives, but there's no restrictions on missions. They just have different mission priorities. Let's see. If you stay in a dungeon too long, you'll get seized by the dungeon. Don't do that. Then again, I can't imagine that you'll stay in a dungeon consecutively for, like, very long time.
Alright.
3.5 days consecutively.
That's the time limit on staying in a dungeon.
Sort of. After that, you have a chance of being seized by the dungeon. It's not a for sure thing.
Noted. And how does magic work in this world?
Magic. It's pretty fickle. Magic is more like the natural energies of the world. Ergo, you'll tap his foot. The planet is alive. So basically, the planet itself has sort of a primordial energy, not like our types. To use magic, you need to be able to tap into that. However, magic in some worlds flows easily like water. This would be like trying to use molasses in place of water. It's going to need a lot more focus, intent, and strength to push it through with any level of speed. Ergo, you'll need something to act as a medium. Unless you're particularly talented. Something with instructions already inlaid. However...
So with this world, things like spell scrolls would be basically required.
Kind of, yeah.
Or are you more referring to like a focusing orb or something along those lines?
Sort of. It's good. It's going to be tough on whatever medium that you pick, though.
Noted. Would you be able to teach me?
I have some conditions.
Go ahead.
1. Tree, I'd like you to think about what you've done today. And understand that we have been friends for a very, very long time, but today you have lost my trust. Ergo, do not speak to me again until you have thought about it and have prepared an apology. 2nd, do not ask about my past again.
I will let you
3rd,
open up if you wish to do so at some point.
If I feel so, if for some reason I have a complete paradigm shift, sure, I'll approach you. 3rd, you may dislike what's going on in my basement. I don't care. Leave it alone. These are my choices to make. If you can abide by those, I can start seeing if your abilities are adaptable to this. If your other magic is adaptable to this magic. But also, when I have time, I'm doing shit at the moment.
Very well.
All right. Then I suppose we can cooperate. Tree whispers, he's so mad at me.
Nim will think back to her. We'll deal with that in time.
Right. Then I'll be seeing you probably tomorrow. I've got some medicine to make.
As far as what is going on in your basement, I ask that you consider trying to combine both that darkness and the light. It may prove more effective that way. But I will leave it be at that. I'm sure you can find me if you would like to work together on this project.
Right. Oh. Do you at least know the baselines of Pokemon things?
As far as
Types.
the types, no. That we can skip over unless you want to put in any particular notes about anything.
Not especially.
Yeah.
Just segment, just, oh. Alright then. As he starts telling Nim more. Can't really let him go off just like that.
Still very good information for him to know.
Indeed.
Oh, yeah.
Well, is there anything else that you feel I should know?
In the event of a drastic injury, there are some things to know.
I'm listening.
If you happen to have a very skilled healer nearby during the event of the injury, or with the requisite items or moves, and all bodily materials still present, it can be reverted. However, it will still probably take a day of recovery. However, if this is not a particularly recent injury or the limb cannot be retrieved, that changes things, and the restoration process is exceptionally expensive at 50,000 Poke at the low end, and will put the patient in an out of commission state, as exerting themselves while in the process of recovery has about a 90% chance of messing up the process, and they will heal incorrectly and have to start again.
Noted.
By the way, the recovery process is estimated to take about a month. So yeah, be mindful of your limbs. Or sensory organs.
Noted. I suppose I shall really have to work with you to tap into my magics then. As some of my wheelhouse did include healing variety.
Huh, go figure. But yeah, I think that'll about cover it, except, guild, pretty reliable, worldwide organization. They give you stuff, house you for free if you've done any work for them in the last week. They're also pretty well off.
Sounds good.
Alright, yeah, I believe that'll cover it, and my obligation is over. Good day.
I wish you luck. And I suppose Nim will probably head back towards the library.
Yep. As Sigmund goes home. That was not the worst possible interaction you could have had with him. I'll admit, I rolled something in the background to see if he would at least still be professional, or if he was just basically going to give you the minimum. But no, he decided Nim might just get into trouble if he gave him the minimum. And he's going to save himself some future headache and just do it right the first time.
That was rather smart of him.
This Sigmund is an intelligent man. Fight himself sometimes.
Nim's goal is to not cause problems, but to fix them.
Yep. So Sigmund reluctantly, might as well be thorough about this.
By the way, when Sigmund gets back, Vane is just going to offer him a bit of the bread. He's not going to ask or tell him anything. He's just basically going to offer some bread.
Sigmund will nod slowly before just... why not? before handing them to each of them a bean and saying, it's food. Trade, I guess.
Did you just hand them both a gummy?
Yep, Kaz has gotten a golden gummy and Vane's got a black gummy.
Damn, okay, what a absolute trade deal.
Yeah, no, he's just like, I don't dislike these two. Sure, why not? They gave me food, I'll give... What have I got? I've got gummies, I guess. Sure, fuck it.
Yep, and Vane is just going to go, I know that Kaz is probably pretty comfy with this right now, but if you need us to, we can move.
Nope. I'm good. As he just teleports past them. And Kaza, smiling a little bit, what do you know? Nice, Sigmund. Don't get used to it. Oh, oh my god. Yeah, I just teleported 3 feet. My god. Oh my god. I'm sorry? Odd time to apologize, but alright.
Well, for Nim's part, does he run into Scruff and Chomper on his way back?
I don't see why not.
Considering, he was headed towards the library, and Scruff was too.
Yep, probably then. That or they're already at the library since the talk did go on for a while.
Ah, Scruff, Chomper.
Oh. Hey, sir.
How are the two of you doing?
Hang on.
If I'm being honest, we're making it. At least I'm making it. How you doing? Holding up over here, Scruff?
Hang on. Out of character, hang on.
The floor is Scruff's friend.
Floorcoon time, let's go.
Legitimately, I feel much rested after lying on the floor and stretching for a bit.
Believe me, I get it. I
Floorcoon
have to
method.
do it sometimes too. Well, not on the floor, but at least my bed.
I need the heart of this.
Understandable.
Turn the light back on. But yes, apologies. Scruff was mentioned.
Yes, Nim was asking how you're doing.
I've muted my headset like an idiot. It's got a dial on the side of it. I picked up the headset and spun the dial.
Can you hear now?
Yeah. I can hear now.
Okay. Nim was asking how you're doing.
Scruff kind of just looks at him. Tilts his head slightly and shrugs. Shrugs in only the way someone who doesn't have shoulders can shrug.
Again, I still imagine that he just like bounces up and down slightly, like with like a squish pancake motion.
You okay, Rob?
I love that idea, and I laughed and I'm on a dry throat.
Like he does like the little like Kirby squish.
Oh my god! Yes,
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Oh, Kirby crouching, yeah.
I realize that I've only just arrived and already made the mistake with the teleporting, though I did just speak with Sigmund and learned a lot about this world, and will be making sure I do not repeat these mistakes. Hopefully we can avoid further ones. But I assure you that I am here to help.
I believe you. Oh, maybe it's just me because I've made so many mistakes here, but it's actually pretty easy to do something that ends up causing you to have something come up later. So, I get it. I mean, I don't know how you were supposed to know that teleporting would make an explosion just happen. So, that's not on you. That's looks up. Yeah.
Well, to be fair on that, I was expecting them to try and attack the resort, which we have plenty of wards there that would have defended it just fine against them. Not for them to attack the area where we left. Either way, I definitely should have listened to Vane on that front. But, for now, how would you two like to go train for a bit?
Yeah, haven't trained at all today, I don't think. At least in a while. I had an idea. You were both talking about light this, dark that, and I definitely don't want to do what they're doing. Anything that makes you feel like you need to kill your friend, yeah, I don't want to do that. Can I learn this light? I think in this world, I try to learn about, defending yourself in this world when I can. And the closest I saw was something called Furry. So, yeah. Let me check my notes. Light equals Furry. Question. Yeah, Furry.
I'm afraid that my knowledge on that front is limited. However, as far as the more beneficial varieties of magic go, I do have knowledge on that. But I will say that I have yet to be able to figure it out for this world. I will be meeting with Sigmund tomorrow in order to see about reacquiring those kinds of abilities. But if I am able to, I would be more than happy to teach. Provided Kaza says that is okay.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I need more people that can help, the better. How's have you seen Sigmund, right? I need to talk to him later too. He was gonna teach me a heal move, but I was not in a good place when he asked before. I couldn't be patient, and It was around that time he had, kind of spooked me too, if I'm remembering. There's been so much that all this kind of just starts getting all jumbled and just happening all at once in my head. But thank you for taking your time to explain things and not hitting somebody upside the head with a stick suddenly. It's just... I don't know. I think there's something with those kind of motions that really get me. It's been only getting worse. Some of my memories have been coming back. So, I thank you for going slower and explaining yourself when you do things.
I would prefer not to rush things along, yes. Now, as for that, I would definitely recommend giving Sigmund his space for the rest of today, at least. Perhaps the two of us could go together tomorrow.
Okay. That'd be nice.
And he's looking down at Scruff. Would you like to come train with us for a bit?
Scruff thinks about it. That's not a fucking answer, Dice. Mm-mm.
If you're rolling
Scruff
for
just
that.
slow. I needed a positive and negative because I was genuinely torn.
Well, poo. I was rolling empathy.
-1. Let's go.
Chomper steps on you by accident. Oh, sorry. My bad. I was trying to... I don't know what I was trying to do. It's... Yeah, if you need a break.
Does he actually step on him?
If it's funny, sure.
I'll wait on your answer on that one.
Oh, let's just say that Chomper flubbers his words as he tries to, like, just console you. It's like, yeah, I mean, just, if you want to, train, you can. You don't really have to, Just, yeah, if you need to rest, you need to rest. It's up to you. But you're more than welcome.
If it helps,
I think I need to hand him.
If it helps, I will allow you to hit me.
Scruff just gives him a flat stare.
He's just grinning.
Oh, contact training. We're gonna learn a lot when we do this. I haven't done full contact in a while.
We'll join you in a minute. I think I need to hand my own work off to Kaza.
Not a problem. Well, there was a training room in the library, yes?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, somewhere.
Well, then lead the way, Chomper.
Okay. And Chomper begins to lead the way to the training grounds.
Scruff will take note of which direction he's going in because he hasn't actually been to the training area yet. At all.
Do they run?
Oh, the split party. But yes, they run into Samantha, who is just doing the one thing she knows how to do. Fucking break shit.
Oh, I was gonna ask if they run into Paz along the way.
Ah. I don't know. After all, Paz is studying books.
I just don't know where he is in the library in relation to the training ground, so...
We'll leave this one to Paz.
If it's not on the way, you could probably see him reading a book along the way. I don't imagine he wouldn't like not be visible. After all, there's not many people in the library for him to get lost in a crowd or something.
Sure enough.
Paz, we are headed to the training grounds to do some training. Would you like to join?
Yeah, join us.
Paz doesn't respond.
Nim is gonna go over and he's at a table, right?
Yes.
Nim will go over and take a seat next to Paz and give him a light touch on the shoulder.
The moment you touch Paz, his book is like going to spill over, and then you're going to notice that Paz is not actually real now. He's actually passed out.
He is unconscious.
And also you notice that there's some like water around his eyes.
Did you use the move on him?
I don't know what a move is, but no. He's gonna give Paz a gentle shake. Paz? Wake up, Paz. You're okay. You're safe.
Where am I? Where am I?
You are in the library.
Oh. Okay. I didn't switch. Okay. Good.
Okay.
Nim's gonna pull out a towel and hand it over to Paz. It's kind of your standard kitchen towel, but, you know, Nim's a chef. He's always got one on hand.
What's this for?
Well, it looks like you were crying.
What?
It looks like you were crying.
You have water on your eyes.
Paz is going to blink for a moment and realize you guys are correct. That he's going to wipe them off. I wonder what that was about.
Chamber leans in, puts an arm around you as they complete their fourth or fifth hug, putting it on the board.
What's going on in your mind there, Paz? If you don't mind sharing.
Well, I think I remember talking with Samantha before I passed out, but I'm just overwhelmed right now.
You're breaking out a bit. I think you need to speak up.
Oh, sorry. I remember I talked to Samantha before I passed out, but I'm a bit overwhelmed right now. I know, I am very overwhelmed right now. I have no bloody clue what's going on. What's going on at the moment? Or what even is supposed to be happening? I couldn't take all that information that you gave us inside the room when we were Sigmund. I don't bloody know what to make of it.
Yeah. Am there. I'm always there. But what works for me is not going to work for you, or maybe it will. That's why I keep telling just keep trying to focus on people around you and what's going on now and what you can do. It does kind of help. That, and I can tell you're not alone, because I feel like all of us are having these feelings. But you're not alone. As Chomper tightens the hug.
Paz is going to look from up. It's going to look down for a moment and nod. Hmm. All right. All of us are going through something of this sort. I mean, it's not hard to tell, but I wasn't even thinking about that for a moment there. I was just thinking about myself.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm actually happy for you that you care about yourself like that. That's good. This Chomper just kind of trails off a little bit.
Well,
Nothing. You're good. Honestly, I don't know how you're holding up as you're holding now, because that switching that's intense. But
I don't even know anything about the other person that apparently was for a moment. All that I know is that Casa told me that apparently he thinks I'm a villain.
Well, funny about that. We're all villains, it seems. So hey, you're among friends.
I would like to correct that. You may have been brought here to be villains, but that does not make you villains. Only your own actions will make that so.
Yeah. I kind of meant that as a joke.
Nice. But you are right, though, when you say that. I'm just... Honestly, I'm not sure what I would want to do right now. This whole killing god business. Like, I don't even know if I want to go along with this. Like, all I want is to survive, and such a thing would be the furthest thing from trying to remain alive as possible. Trying to challenge a god sounds like madness to me.
Yeah.
I am uncertain about the killing the gods thing. I know I personally have a grudge against, I believe the name was Arceus. But that is for what he did to Tree. As for what he did to all of you, I only know that Vane is after them, but the choice is yours. That said, you all are bound together in this common thread. You've all been brought here, presumably against your will, and the gods want you to be villains to this world. They're only able to bring people over with certain calamities threatening the world. But for some reason, instead of bringing you here to fix it, they seem to want you to fail. I don't know why, but that is something that we'll have to get to the bottom of.
If we are meant to be villains, wouldn't that make us the calamities?
No, there is another one. These invaders going into the dungeons, according to Sigmund.
Yeah, that's true. We did meet these invaders. We were kind of there when the whole thing broke out in the dungeon of Blue Light.
Personally, I would say you should focus on going after these invaders first. It's clear the gods don't want you to do that for some reason. So, I say do it. Stop them. And at the least, you can stop others from being brought here for this same purpose. And perhaps along the way, we'll figure out why what their ulterior motives are here.
You know, that actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. It's certainly does sound like a good lead to find answers, because I actually do want answers. Like, I don't know how much the others remember, but I'm not sure if I got much memories of myself since I've got here. So I don't even know. I like I feel like I know myself, and yet I don't.
Yeah, I feel you.
To be fair, it sounds like you have at least 2 of yourselves to figure out.
Yes, I suppose that's true. I was very surprised to hear about this predicament of mine.
I've been keeping it from you, Paz, but I've been getting more memories of mine, and it feels like none of them are ever good. Just
Are you?
I had a family. They all just ended up leaving, either from the their own decisions, grief, or my fault. I don't like thinking about it as much. There's a lot of things I don't understand of what I did, and things that hurt that I don't understand. So, if you ever want to talk about your memories, any of them, I don't mind listening. And I feel you. Those memories they're hard. But we don't have to live with those memories. We can make new ones here, and we don't have to do the way that God wants us to do, especially if it's hurting others, hurting ourselves. We can do we can make of this how we want. And I want all of us to be happy and safe. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm
No.
Excuse me for interrupting, but neither of you have any good memories that you have regained?
I have one memory that I can recall, and it was just me staring at a weird-looking creature while I was imitating his movements. That's it. I don't even know what to make of the dream of that memory.
with Enja's permission, I will give a memory, a little snippet, not the whole thing though.
I'd allow it. I should start doing it more than just for card redeems.
This is a short one. Here we go.
I mean, I'm liking the sprinkling in, and we've only, well, I mean, aside from Nim, the group's only been awake for 6 days, so,
Yeah.
I did get some when I was at the resort. Thanks again, by the way. It's been hard to think of my brother because I keep thinking of that bad moment, but I love my brother. he stayed with me and helped me even when, Mom was really, really laying it into me. She didn't like anything I did. It seemed I couldn't wear bright clothing. I couldn't stay out with friends if, they weren't the kind she liked. And she really didn't like me playing video games. But that's kind of how I was able to, escape that place. And I feel like there's something else there, but it's hard to remember. Like that helped me more than I know. But those are good memories. My brother used to always play this street thing with me that he beat me up in all the time, but I'd get better every time, and he wouldn't he wouldn't like do what Mom does and make me feel bad afterwards. He'd tell me how to do better and learn from losing, and it was fun to lose. And that's honestly a really good memory that I have. I I don't know, maybe it's why I like fighting so much. But yeah, I want to change how I fight. I want to do more things to help all of you. Just be able to protect you like Kaza does with their barrier or those healing fire kisses. Or I really gotta be patient. Talk to Sigmund again later. But yeah, I guess that is a good memory.
Well, like I said, I don't really have many memories that I remember, but I suppose maybe I could share something that I've been thinking about from stuff that we have been doing here. Like, before Bang's nap completely. Remember
Yeah.
how I was kind of trying to help you cheer up, Jumper?
Yeah,
Like,
I appreciate that.
yeah, I was getting you, trying to distract you from feeling down because I could see that you were feeling down and ask you to train with me. Like, sometimes I don't know how to feel about you. The original reason I tried doing that was because, well, kind of wanted to help ease some of Bang's burden because I could see that things were getting hard on him. That was my original goal. That didn't work out, as we can clearly see. But even if that was my intention, I did kind of enjoy doing those things with you. I was having a time, I suppose.
Chomper's growing a smile. I had fun too.
I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind to keep doing it. I have been told that I should try and see to find stuff I like, and I suppose I did enjoy that.
Let me know if there's something you want to do. We don't have to just train. I liked watching Squirrel with their blacksmithing. You should come with us sometime. It's actually pretty relaxing. I should ask Kaza and Vane what they like to do to relax sometimes and join them. You're really cool. Thank you again for that. And I would love to do that again.
Thank you. If I think about it, I'll tell you. It can't really. My mind is a bit. My mind is a little bit overloaded at the moment. I can't really think straight. But yeah.
Would you like to borrow my headphones?
Yeah.
Listening to this helps me out a lot. I'm not really listening to it right now because I'm talking with all of you, but if you can listen to it if you want to just block out all the noise. It helps a lot with slowing
Mm,
things down.
you
Just don't
know,
listen to the really fast music. That will get you pumped up and you'll want to fight something or something. But there's a lot of slow music in there.
you know, I think I'd like that actually. I do remember that I actually asked Greaves if he had any of those things for sale. He had those, but I didn't have the budget to buy them. So, actually, yeah, I think I'd like to try them out.
Hey, there you go. Here.
You know, there
And
are
Chomper.
other varieties of training beyond just the physical. There is also your mental training that you can go through, emotional, such as meditation.
The moment you mention meditation, past eyes are going to. Oh, wait! I remember Sigmund was talking to me about meditation. Right? I think it may have been right before Wade woke up.
I'm for any kind of new training. That sounds kind of cool. Yeah, let's try it. Chomper's been actually tail wapping this entire time since Paz started talking about how they like the training. It hasn't stopped since.
Oh yes, I heard.
That's out of character.
I also heard.
Anywho.
Well, we could.
Perhaps with some practice with meditation, then, you might be able to have a conversation with Wade.
Oh, that'd be pretty useful. That help you from feeling so, scattered, or you looked a little dizzy when you first came back.
Yeah.
I know there was a time where I had another me of sorts inside of me. Actually, two of them. One they called Mint. But, either way, through some meditation, I was able to reach out and be able to speak with them.
How did that work?
It was a different thing than what is available here in this world. However, the principles are still there. And it's quite possible that you could pull it off. I believe in you.
Paz is going to rub the back of his head. A lot of people have been telling me that lately. It feels kind of nice, honestly.
Alright.
I believe in you too.
Then let's find ourselves somewhere quiet to do this. Perhaps one of the reading rooms, then. But I should leave a note, on the training grounds for where we will be, because I know Scruff will be coming along at some point. So go ahead and go over to the reading room over there, and I'll leave that note, and I'll be in a moment.
Sounds good.
The place they usually kick me out of. Gotcha. I'll meet you there.
Paz is going to follow Chomper.
And yeah, Nim's gonna leave a note. Hopefully he can find, paper, pen, and some sort of means of attaching it to the side of the doorway or something, and then head over.
Yeah, we can hand wave it a bit.
Yeah. And otherwise, he'll go in and go into the room, sit down on the floor. At first, he, tries to take a more feral sitting thing, and then he's like, This isn't going to work with this body. Okay, this is better. And then he sits cross-legged.
You look like us when we first got here. We didn't really know how to work everything either. It's still really
True.
cool having teeth.
By the way, after all this, I would like to try out your headphones, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, for sure. Here, just go ahead and keep a hold on them. And Chomper's going to pass over their headphones to pass.
Pass is gonna take them. Just then safe.
Mm-hmm. Just don't get water on them. They are protected, but I don't want to risk it.
Don't worry, I won't shoot them.
Well, actually, one moment. I will be right back. And he's gonna run out and find Bian.
Bean is still around.
Is he still dealing with the paparazzi?
Less
Bean,
so.
Bean.
It seems that people are finally going the fuck home.
For those that aren't, Nim's gonna go up and just kind of look at them sternly, glowering a bit. Maybe it'll chase them off.
Some of them, yes.
Alright, that's enough. Bian does have other things to get to here. I'm sure he has answered all of your questions to the fullest of his ability, yes?
While they are not entirely pleased, they cannot argue the point that, well, they have indeed asked him the questions and he has answered the same way every time. There's not much more to gain here, folks.
Great. Well, if you could all carry on with your days, Bian can get back to his duties here in the library, yes?
They will nod and bid thee a good day. Oh my. So, hello. Do you need something of me?
Yes. You seem to be pretty learned, and I was wondering if you know anything about the way psychic types work here.
I have some general knowledge, yes.
I know on other worlds I've been able to communicate more telepathically, and I can still do it with Tree, but it's a little finicky with, when I was trying to do it with, Sigmund earlier, so I was hoping you might be able to help. I wanted to do some meditation with Paz and Chomper, and, well, some telepathic communication would certainly help on that front.
Oh, well, certainly then.
Excellent. Well, they're over there if you wouldn't mind coming with, and, well, after today, I'm sure you could use a little bit of a quiet time.
Not untrue. It has been a lot. It has.
Well then, let us go.
Yep, as Bean follows Nim.
Then we'll go back in, sit down, and just kinda begin walking them through some basic meditation stuff. And also asking Bian, so how do I actually connect to others' minds in this world?
See.
Especially for Paz here, as we were kind of hoping he might be able to talk to Wade in his head.
Ah. Well, let's see. I suppose from what I have read, it would be like projecting yourself towards the other person, visualize it, and visualize them, reach out and touch them. And theoretically, your will, your intentions will make the action manifest.
All right. Well, Paz, are you good with me attempting to come in and assist, if I may?
Pass is going to nod slowly. Sure.
If possible, would you like me to bring in Chomper as well?
Sure, I suppose? If that's possible? I don't know how this works.
Well, it's going to be something we're testing out now. But either way, for now, you just close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Nice, slow, deep breaths. In and out.
Pass is going to close his eyes and see that. He had already been instructed at this by Sigmund earlier, so his second time.
Chomper's
And
trying to follow.
yeah,
Tail's flapping behind them, but they're just slowing down as it continues.
yeah, Nim's kind of focusing on Chomper as he sees that Paz seems to kind of get it already, so he's going to continue to guide Chomper. And
I
then
can't get comfortable. Am I supposed to sit like this or like this?
perhaps try with your legs straight out.
Straight out? Okay. What if I mess up my breathing? Do I just start over? Or...
You can't mess up your breathing.
Oh, I can't mess up my... Oh, okay. As Chomper tries not to overthink it and is listening and correcting their overthinking as they go. They eventually get to a rhythm and they eventually stay still.
All right. And Nim is going to close his own eyes and try to do as Bean had instructed. Starting with reaching out towards Chomper's consciousness.
All right, let's see. I believe that would be, for getting used to this for the first time around, I would call that a mind empathic presence check.
Yeah, not too bad on all those. Definitely not too bad.
Nice.
5.
All right. You succeed.
Okay. He's gonna kind of, gently, like, best way to describe it is wrap his mind around Chomper's, his will around Chomper's, and then gently guide it over to Paz. I assume same roll?
Yep.
Willpower re-rolling that one. Or
Oh,
not
boy.
willpower, soul. Yeah. 4. Not as good,
Alright.
but not bad.
Yeah, it's still all right.
And yeah, he's trying to gently nudge both of their consciousnesses into Paz's head and help him go a little deeper.
Well, I don't know if you can successfully fish, or I don't know if you can successfully link it. But
Can I help? Since I'm part of the the process.
you can try, I suppose. Give me the same roll, or if you can present a new one.
Let's go with soul, empathetic, and perception. Yeah. Probably should have said that with more confidence.
Yes, perhaps a bit, but I don't mind a soul roll. All right, sure, why not?
Oh, I mean, if we can do soul, then I can add another die to that.
It's all about negotiation, boys. Remember.
Nah, I'll stick with the mind on mine.
All right. Let's see if you can't help out, Chopper.
Well, thanks to a friend of mine who gave me a ribbon.
Oh.
It's like the one.
Maybe. Well, I mean, it is still 3 successes. No ones. Is it enough? Alright, you know what? High or low?
High. Oh, well.
I'm feeling high.
Alright.
Real quick, because I'm not sure I actually mentioned this at the start of this recording. I know it's a little late now, but to answer your question, Lightning Dragon, with the loss of my main PC, I also seem to have lost the files for where the icons were supposed to go. And I didn't really want to figure out all those numbers again for what is essentially a temporary setup. I am running on my second PC right now. So for now, I've just put everybody across a line in the middle of the screen. It's not the best, but it's just a temporary thing until my main PC is back.
Yeah, we'll get it.
Anyways, what is our fate, Enja?
Tragic.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, you do not succeed in daisy chaining Chomper into Paz's mind.
Can he at least get himself in?
I do not believe he has the psychic typing, which might make that fairly difficult.
For Nim to get into Paz's mind?
No, for Chomper to get into Paz's mind.
Yeah, I was asking if Nim could at least get himself in there.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, Nim's gonna kind of gently nudge his way in. Kind of thinking to himself, which I'm sure Paz will probably hear. Oh, he wasn't sure about if that would work, but it seems I wasn't able to bring Chomper along with us. But either way, can you hear me, Paz?
Paz responded with a yes.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and daydreaming about apples. Let's go ahead and venture a little deeper into your mind, then. Just imagine where you would like to go in your mind. And it should be relatively easy to go there. Mental Dim is putting a hand on Paz's shoulder so he doesn't get left behind somewhere.
Paz is Paz isn't really sure where he'd want to go. So
Perhaps
his men his
go,
mental his go ahead.
perhaps try to go back to the last place where you switched with Wade.
Oh, if I remember correctly, that was a big lake, actually, or maybe it was an ocean, something like that. And as Paz thinks, and as Paz thinks about it, the two of them like appear in that in such a location. Yeah, I was in the middle of that. I was in the middle of that lake, and I was swimming. Right? And I think I decided to go dive in.
Well, first off, let's go ahead and see if we can... Do you feel another presence around here at all? Focus, kind of clear your senses, and just think on that.
Paz is going to do that. And I'm not going to roll for this because Paz doesn't feel anything. Paz shakes his head. No, not really.
Alright, well, you said you were diving into the lake, so perhaps we go down there.
Yeah. I guess there's not any fear of drowning since this is just my mind.
Well, either
Okay.
way, I will be right here with you.
Okay. Paz is going to dive under the sea or the lake.
And since it's, mental water and not actual water, Nim's going to give him the same advice that he gave before to think out and try to reach out to any other entities that might be in there. Any other thoughts or people?
Paz is going to close his eyes, and the deeper they go in, the deeper the two of them go into the lake, Paz is going to try and feel something. He does feel like he's feeling something, if a little bit faint. I think I am feeling something. I guess we gotta go. Keep going downwards. I think.
Lead the way.
Okay. And the deeper you guys go, it's may not be noticeable at first, but the deeper you guys go, it kind of feels like it becomes the water seems to become more solid the more the more you guys keep going downwards to the point that you guys were swimming freely easily at first, but now it's actually getting harder to keep going downwards.
Nim is keeping a tight hold while also kicking as well to help out.
This is hard. I don't remember this. It was pretty easy just swimming down here last time.
If you want to back out at any time, you can.
No, I do want to keep going, but this is getting difficult. Paz is going to keep trying for a while, but eventually, the moment Paz kind of like reaches the bottom, Nim is going to notice that Paz is going to like get repelled back from landing.
Nim is keeping a tight grip on Paz.
Ow. I'm feeling something here, but at the same time, kind of feels far away as well. And that didn't happen last time either. That hurt.
Well, perhaps try calling out.
Wade, that was your name, right? Are you in there?
Raharu, are you ready to argue with yourself?
Oh boy.
Sorry there. Somebody else was talking to me for a moment. Did I miss something?
I just asked if you were ready to argue with yourself.
Yeah, you know, play with yourself on stream a bit.
Yep.
Okay, so for a moment, there is no response. Paz calls out one more time, and eventually the two of you do hear something, and it is simply a bit of a moving voice that is simply telling the two of you, leave right now.
Come now, you both are sharing this body. Wouldn't it be good to actually communicate with each other? Imagine how much stronger you two could be if you worked together.
Wade is going to take a moment for Nim to get a response, but he's simply going to say, I would please ask you to leave right now. I do not take kindly to things entering my mind without my permission. I already have one parasite that I have to deal with.
I did have permission from Paz.
You did not have permission from me.
Correct.
So leave.
Nim's just gonna look over at Paz and let him make the choice.
Paz is going to rub the back of his head and I don't even know who you are, Wade. I don't even know what our situation is. I just kind of want to learn more. And fortunately, Paz doesn't get a response back. The other doesn't see that he's responding anymore.
Well, perhaps at some point we can try this again, Wade. But I will respect your wish and leave.
Yeah. Paz looks kind of disappointed, but he understands that there's no point in trying to argue at the moment. Okay, I guess I'll leave.
He does not seem to be ready for it yet. And trying to push it will only push him further away from you.
Paz is going to nod. Okay then, Guess we'll just leave for now.
And Nim's gonna kind of help guide them both back up.
Yeah.
Chomper's having a hard time coming back up. You look over and you see they're slightly drooling and they're kicking their leg, randomly making just grumble noises of ein.
Okay, so he's asleep.
No, Chomper, if Enja allows me to be silly for a bit, is on a spiritual journey. They're currently running around as Silver's barking at them. There's also a wild African dog there and a guardian of hell. They're all running through a forest of happles, and everyone's there. Squirrel, Kaza, Scruff, Paz, Wade, all dogs, and Yvain. Even newcomers like Nimisar, Samantha, etc. All of them are wolves. There's comets going on everywhere, and there's all sorts of rival packs and elements, but the pack is strong. The pack carries on. Everyone's there for each other as they struggle yet hunt together. And Chomper's literally just having their own just dream of stuff that's a mix between what's happened and some stuff from their past. But yeah, they're out of it. They think they're in a meditation training that you brought on still, as they're just like really into it.
Basically self-trans.
Yep.
I think I'm going to let him enjoy that for a little bit.
Would you like go in and see it?
I imagine Nim is just taking a quick peek and like, okay, yep, have fun with that. He doesn't seem to be in danger, so okay.
Is Chomper okay?
He's having a dream.
This is randomly barking as he continues to sleep.
Paz is going to put Chomper's headphones on. He doesn't really know how to like make them work, but he's going to like try to put some relaxing music on.
You want to roll for that?
Sure.
Just imagine you just start putting like, I don't know, freaking Psycho Stick or something by accident.
Well, I mean, until the new sheet is done, it would technically fall under science.
Science. I have no science. So I guess mine innovation in science, I suppose, because I'm trying something new.
That's a thing.
We'll leave it up to Enja on this.
Wait, let me willpower that. I have one willpower.
All right.
I appreciate using a willpower to not wake me up brutally with some loud headphones.
Oh no, that's the same one.
It's the same roll, yeah.
Man, I do want to give it to you, though.
Oh.
I mean, it is still technically a success, so...
It is.
I mean,
Why not? Alright. Go ahead. I'll allow it.
Okay.
If you're working hard for it. Plus, I am very amused that your same success was a 9 both times, and also both times you have had a pair and a 2.
Nice.
That is true. What the hell?
I am amused enough, so take it.
And irony,
What a
that's my lucky
coincidence.
number. Yep, that's my
Okay.
lucky number. It's a sign.
So, yeah. So Paz is putting some relaxing music and then put it on Chomper's head.
Chomper drips off to Despacito as he leans back. And has
fuck you.
And Paz is
Nice.
going to
Just so immediately.
and Paz is also going to like wrap his hand around Chomper like he has seen him do to him before.
Oh.
For the record, the fuck you is because Rex and I were on a call at one point, and he told my Alexa to play that. And now, ever since then, it keeps popping up on the screen saying, "Do you want to listen to this again?"
No way!
It is still doing that.
Oh my god.
And this was like 2 months ago?
Oh my god, what the hell? How?
My morality meter went down so low. I couldn't help myself. It was such a good opportunity. It worked so well. I feel a little bit bad if it wasn't so fun. Yeah, haven't done it since.
Yeah.
Train of thought. I forgot what I was gonna RP. Yeah, Chomper's not doing tail waps anymore. They're literally wagging. It's doing dog wags. You can tell.
Yeah, and Paz is just like remaining there with the half hug.
Nim's just gonna shrug and kind of go back to his own meditation. He's thinking about what Sigmund was saying about the magic here and kind of trying to let his senses drift to see if he can at least detect it.
I have a question for our storyteller. Do we possibly get any kind of little bonuses of rest for this meditation? Just for like a day or something? Just throwing it out there. Thought I might as well.
Alright. Tell me why. Tell me why this is more restful.
It's basically a mental rest. You're not thinking about, per se, well, I can't really say for Paz and unless they continue meditating. It doesn't seem that de-stressing, but for Chomper anyway, I think we could safely argue Chomper's having a good time, and I think that's mental fortitude rest. So maybe an extra bonus to a soul for like a day or a willpower or something, and then it just goes away.
Technically, things of that nature are supposed to cure extra exhaustion, not boost stats.
Oh.
If you remember, there's even like in the rules for like having a good hot meal, that it gets rid of an extra exhaustion.
That's true.
Yeah, and Paz is not really meditating anymore. He's just being near Chomper while Chomper is having his daydream. But he's still kind of relaxing though.
If it helps, Chomper's just honestly just literally calm therapy dog energy. Just literally resting, wagging, and this like that kind of like infectious kind of sleep or rest.
I mean, isn't it pretty much night right now? I think we have gone through the whole day for today.
Probably.
So if Chopper just keeps going with that, he's probably just going to outright fall asleep pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will wake me up.
Sure.
I don't know, you seem to be having a nice dream. Why would we wake you up?
So I said sure. Yeah, they're totally gonna wake you up.
And again, for Nim's part, he's just seeing if he can sense that energy of the world itself. He's not gonna try and tap into it yet, not without, the meeting with Sigmund, but he is curious to see if he can actually sense it.
Alright. That would be a soul. Instinct probably suits it best.
And perception? Yay, nay?
I'm pondering survival.
Odd choice, but I could see it. So...
Well, that is certainly a roll. Ah, there's the explosion. Cool.
Hey.
Let's see, I've used 2 soul today, I think?
Yep.
Which means I have 1 more I can use. Why not?
Damn, Nim sitting there with 5 fucking soul, okay.
Yes! He puts his soul into his cooking a lot. How do you think he makes ghost food?
Very true.
I mean, his body and mind must be pretty low then.
He was given extra attributes for...
being effectively a final evolution.
Ah, okay.
That is true.
I was like, damn, man, put everything into soul.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6!
You can't grasp it, not really. But
I mean, he's not trying to, he's just trying to sense it.
no. Like, someone, or it feels there is life. And it's not easy, but you can feel a pulse.
I was gonna say, I imagine that his, while his wizard side of things wouldn't really be able to connect as easily, his paladin oaths it was the Oath of the Ancients. So to me it sounds like that might be able to connect actually really easily.
Yes, or perhaps his feral upbringing.
That too. Anyways, you were saying.
It's interesting. It is one pulse, but it's curiously crushing as it almost reverberates throughout your entire body.
But he can sense it.
Yes.
Okay. He will quickly pull...
It is difficult. It would be like if you were beside a whale's heartbeat. Underwater.
Okay. He is going to pull back from it. Because again, he just wanted to see if he could sense it here.
It seems possible.
And he will wait for Sigmund otherwise. Is it nighttime now?
I would imagine this has been an extremely eventful day. Time has indeed passed. And it's probably time for dinner.
Ah, right. Nim does need to go do that. I'm guessing you're wanting to wrap up the session.
How much more time do we have?
I mean, I'm good to go all night, but I'm sure others probably want to wrap up sooner.
I have classes in the morning. Sorry.
Like I said, I'm good for all night, but I don't think everybody else is.
Yeah, I am kind of starting to having difficulty staying awake. Not gonna lie.
All right.
The pack is strong.
Let's wrap up here then.
All right. Well, thank you.
I also put something lost in chaos.
I will have to watch that later. But thank you everybody for joining us today for Lost in Chaos Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. There on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by grabbing some merch at zgfgaming.store, grabbing some packs of cards through Streamloots, or just coming by and hanging out. But for now, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu.
Later, everybody.
Keep it right.
Bye.